What's going on, guys? This is Chris from the Boys Podcast, and gear up because today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite Xbox 360 games, and it has to do with defending our home planet against an alien invasion. And I'm talking about Earth Defense Force 2017.
Earth Defense Force 2017, a third-person shooter game developed by Sandlot, follows the story of the Earth Defense Force, a military organization tasked with protecting Earth from extraterrestrial threats. The game takes place in 2017 when an alien invasion known as the Ravagers suddenly appears and begins to wreak havoc on major cities worldwide. Players assume the role of a soldier in the EDF tasked with repelling the alien invasion and saving humanity. Throughout the game, players battle against giant ants, spiders, robots, and other alien creatures in various environments.
I still remember the day picking up Earth Defense Force very vividly, and it was a Saturday morning, and my brother and I would have to endure one of my dad's grocery shops. And I don't know if your fathers are like my father, and my father loves to be in the grocery store for fucking hours and hours and hours, and my brother and I would just have to endure it. And I remember we used to go to the dollar store beside the grocery store, come back, go back to the dollar store, come back, go back to the dollar store. And it was insane, and we used to just beg him, hey man, are you done yet? And he would still be in the middle of the aisles looking around, but it was always for a good cause because he would always take us to Blockbuster Video. And I know you guys have seen the podcast before and know he would always be okay with buying us a $10 to $20 game. And I know for newer video gamers, that seems like a very cheap amount for a video game. But back then, there was so much fucking variety of games, and you could get great games in that price range. So going to Blockbuster that day, we were looking around, and a game caught my eye, and it was caught by the box art design. And it looked like something I'd seen before. And I was looking at the soldier, he's got the helmet, the gun. I'm like, where have I seen this before? And it hit me. Starship Trooper. And I flipped the back over. I was reading it, alien invasion. I was seeing pictures of giant ants and spiders. And I was like, this is Starship Trooper in video game form. One of my favorite movie series, and I couldn't believe it. And there's no way Earth Defense Force didn't get inspiration or even steal the idea from Starship Trooper, but I had to get it, and it was perfectly priced in that range at $14.99, and it was definitely a steal because it is definitely a hidden gem. Now, Earth Defense Force narrative is pretty straightforward, yet engaging. Briefing and radio communications set the stage for an alien invasion that threatens humanity's very existence. But what truly sets this game aside is the third person from other third person shooters is the arcade-like gameplay. Players have access to an arsenal of weapons ranging from the humble rifle to the devastating rocket launcher. You can also use mechs and tanks. It's fucking fantastic. But what really topped this game for me for being a gem and a summertime gaming memory was definitely the co-op play. And that's something that is dead and gone in this generation of gaming. And this is just my personal opinion on it. Obviously, you can find co-op games, but it's few and far between. And the gap between co-op games now compared to the early 2000s, the gap is just so fucking big. And it's really heartbreaking. And with online, there's goods and there's bads. And I just miss that family, friend, gaming bond experience. And my wife and I are always kind of trying to search on Xbox Game Pass or any other thing for co-op games, and they're so hard to find. We're both currently still gaming Hogwarts and enjoying it, but it sucks because when one's gaming, one's watching. And if that game would have came out in the 2000s, that would have definitely been a two-player co-op, and we could have done missions and go on and so forth and enjoy the game together. Now the gaming industry is really going to open world and online dominance, which is totally fine. But for me, I truly miss the joy of going to a store and flipping over the game and reading the back and seeing co-op and being able to go, yes, I can play with my brother, we can game all summer, or we can play with my friends, they can come over and we can have just a great time. I truly miss that era, but don't excuse the fact that Earth Defense Force is a fucking fantastic game. When Earth Defense Force was first released, it was not a commercial success at all, but over the past decades, it's really garnered a cult following, which really warms my heart because this game is fucking awesome and it's easy to see why. From the over-the-top gameplay to the cheesy storyline and the addictive gameplay all combined to make this a fucking classic. And it's even spawned a few sequels, so make sure if you're interested in checking out Earth Defense Force, you check out the sequels. Now this is the part of the show where I'm going to ask you, the viewers, what's a hidden gem that you played throughout the years that you couldn't believe was not a commercial success? Please comment and put it below. I'd love to read about it. And if you guys are out there looking for a fantastic video game packed with action and fun, and you're willing and ready to strap up and defend the planet against an alien invasion, Earth Defense Force 2017 is definitely the game for you. And like always guys, I will see you for another episode.